pinakamalupit na teacher, successful pa rin. So bakit ganun? Kahit na nakuha mo na yung best technicals, best strategies, best systems, kahit na yung IQ mo sobrang taas, bakit hindi yung sure way to succeed? So ito yung mga pag-aaralan natin, ito yung mental strength. Para sa akin, ito yung foundation ng successful trading. So, kwento ko lang sa inyo yung pinagkasimulan ko. So ako to nung bata, medyo kita nyo naman, mabait yung bata. Ako may papatayin na lamok. So, nung bata ako, napakabait tong bata. Ayan, kitang-kita naman sa mukha. Yung passion ko talaga nung bata ako, dalawa lang yan, sports, pati gaming. Sa school, steady lang ako, hindi naman ako patapon, steads lang. Pero yung gaming. As ano bang napala ako sa paglalaro ng computer? So marami actually na trader sa kunyari, tignan nyo yung mga CFP. Yan, si Christian, sabi niya, Dota addict rin siya. Dati sa batch namin na nanggaling talaga sa pagiging gamer. Pero, ilan lang, pag tinignan mo, ilan lang ba yung gamer na talagang bumanat? So, noong 20 years old ako, when I was around college, kasi when you're in high school, you can't really go full hardcore on online games because your parents would be strict on you. So my mom used to tell me, hey man, in English ko lang para maintindihan rin. So hey man, you should sleep already, you're not gonna get tall. So I can't really give my all in online games when I was young, in high school, grade school. But then when I came to college, you can freely cut classes, choose your schedule and the like. And then when I realized, when I was 19, 20 years old, why don't I take this game seriously? So, alam niyo yung Ragnarok? Yeah, so this is the same publisher. They created a new game called Allods Online. And from this game, from day one, I thought to myself, I set a goal. I'm not gonna play this game simply just to enjoy. I'm gonna play this game to dominate because I've never tried that before. I'm a hardcore gamer, but I never tried to compete in the country or be one of the best players. So that was my goal, to be one of the best players from day one. So every day, while eating breakfast, my laptop was on. While at the CR, I'm still playing. Even before going to classes, so 16 hours a day, I kept on playing and it paid off. So this is my roots. But then when I realized na, alright, I'm already a champion gamer. So we won around 100,000 in cash, but then there were bonus items, so I got around 50, 60,000 here. So this is where my first capital came in. Kalahati, pinang stocks ko, kalahati, pinang casino namin. Naglaho. Pero, that experience in the casino, so we played, I'm not sure if you're familiar, played baccarat. So I was just a college kid. They wouldn't allow you in the casino if you were below 21. So when I passed by the guards, I would say, how old are you? So those kinds of moves just to go into the casino. And in one day, we lost 20,000. Parang in our mind, shit, man. We worked for this for 6 months and a year, and in one snap, back. But then that experience, losing in the casino, helped me develop my mind as well. Kumbaga, pera, tas nawala, parang sampal yun eh. So, what are you gonna do about it? So, it helped me transition in trading. So, here, successful trading. Why is it that when we explain the technical concepts, fundamentals, or you read the textbooks or listen to the speakers, it seems so easy, right? Patterns, breakouts, you just buy here, don't go all in. Easy. You know yung formula, that's the whole formula. But then in reality, how come hindi tayo lahat nagsasucceed? Many people, si Einstein, we often assume that success in the markets is correlated to IQ. May mic pa na yun, parang sa static. Or, ano pala? Mic test. So many people think Many people think that in the markets it's all about being the smarter person. But I came from Macquarie, Credit Suisse, and what I saw in the industry is
it's not necessarily about who's smarter. Like, even if you have PhD, CFA, MBA, you're not necessarily the one who's making money. Even if you're wearing the suits in the corporate institutions, that doesn't mean that you're a good trader already. Because trading, successful trading, what I realized is, 90% of traders fail. Alam na natin yan. Pero bakit? Let's look at how most humans behave. I think yan yung hindi natin tinitignan eh. Kasi kadalasan sa tao, hindi natin kaya unahin yung sarili natin. Ilan dito yung makakasabi na kapag may mali kang ginagawa, kaya mong sampalin sarili mo, uy, gago, mali yan. Diba? Parang in reality, as a person, unti lang sa atin yung gagawa nun. Yung parang kaya mong you can identify your mistake and then easily identify it. So, most of the time, we form cognitive biases. So, yung general framework, behavior ng mga tao, umiikot sa mga certain biases. So, daanan natin. First, bandwagon effect. Usually, when I first entered the stock market, ito yung groupthink. This is also the reason why trends form. Why stock tips are so cool na parang, pare, anong binili mo? So gusto natin, tropa-tropa tayo. Pare, tirahin natin si MRC. Pare, si Now, binenta ko na yung kambing mo, benta mo na rin yung kalabang mo. Diba? So we invite our fellow friends. You know why this phenomenon is such a natural occurrence? Even in Bitcoin, right? When Bitcoin became famous, all my friends are making money, I'm gonna jump in the Bitcoin bandwagon. Because there's comfort in numbers. So if I say here, guys buy Bitcoin, you'd be comforted na Sir JC is preaching about Bitcoin. So when they add up, it gets more comfortable to be part of the crowd. If we are all wearing black, it's easy. But if you're wearing white, you'd be the left out, you'd be the radical one in the group, right? So mainly human beings want to be part of the crowd, but successful trading, it requires you to think differently because if you're part of the majority talo eh. So that's something to think about. Blind spot bias. So this was what I was mentioning about mistakes. So it's a typical human error, even in work. Like you don't know your negative traits. I think one of the most famous people that tackles this kind of radical honesty with yourself and the people that you work with, you read about Ray Dalio, yung principles. So lagi kong pinupost yung book na yan eh, na sinasabi ko, I tell you guys, this book is worth billions. And the framework that he used there is really, even if he's the senior fund manager, CEO, 60 years old, he can be bashed by an intern that's 20 years old. So the intern can tell him straight up, hey grandpa, your meeting sucked. You could correct yourself in terms of presentation, you took so much time. But if you think about it, it may be disrespect for traditional thinkers. But then in reality, the intern is actually helping Ray Dalio to get better. So that's the same thing. In trading, you have to really slap your ego and admit your mistakes. So I think not everyone can do this easily. Training siya, you have to train it. Clustering illusion. Seeing patterns even if there is none. So example, let me ask you guys, who here uses Fibonacci? Well, yun totoo. Right? Kasi when we enter the markets, one of the most famous retracement tools or pattern finding extension tools is Fibonacci, and it's being used by all of our idols. Let me tell you, I don't use Fibonacci. I think Rainer doesn't use Fibonacci as well, right? So that's why I can relate to him. And you know why? Probably because we tested. So ito, think about it. The numbers in the Fibonacci, 61.8, 23.6 or something, di ba yung mga ganun, mga numbers? These are statistics in a typical price range. Why don't, before you believe on these Fibonacci retracements, why don't you backtest it first? And see kung meron na ba talagang pattern or statistical edge yung Fibonacci, or chumachamba lang ba? Is it just a mere occurrence or mere luck hitting on these numbers? Because I tested, instead of waiting at 61.8, why not wait at 60 or 55? And when I open my mind to that kind of concept, same shit. Like, it's the same effect. I realized that I didn't need to be as strict on these mainstream tools. So something like, diba? So probably you've never heard your market guru tell you about this now. Open your mind and test the pattern first. So that's clustering illusions. If you learn how that mentality before you use any tool or you listen to any person, get what he said or get the concept, then test it. Why does this work? How does it work? Bakit nga ba? Ask that. And you'll be able to answer this. Confirmation bias. Example, yung now, diba, nagwawala na yung buong Investagrams. Tapos, parang nagiging palengke na. Laging, Sir JC, ban nyo na itong mga to. Sir, wala ba kang report? Meron na kaming report button, may ginawa kami, pwede nyo na i-check. Parang sa kung nagdodota kayo, pag ni-report mo yung profile, there's gonna be 4 misconducts or 3 types of offenses. Yan, pwede nyo piliin doon, or kung may iba siyang offense na ginawa, you can type it there. It's gonna be sent directly to us. So yun. Anyway, back to the topic. Confirmation bias. Oftentimes, when you have a position, let's say a person, kaya the reason why a lot of people are so hyped with now, even when it crashed, is because they probably got stock 15 and above, right? And when you're being hurt or you're attached to a position, everything you see is for that position. So parang jowa mo, kung mahal mo na talaga, if you love someone, all you're gonna see in your loved one is, oh, I love my baby. Diba? All the positive things, because you're attached. But in the stock market, in position trading or systematic trading, forex trading, it's never good. It's never, you can get lucky, like the people who bought now at piso, 2, 3, bodega, it worked. But then for those who are chasing confirmation bias, all they see is now medyo it's kind of a pity or nakakaawa na yung iba, sobrang ipit sa now, tapos talagang inaaway nila lahat ng kalaban nila sa now. Yun yung confirmation bias eh. Kahit sabihin mo na, pare, breakdown na yan, pare, avoid, kunyari, mag-warning lang ako, pare, avoid muna. Or sinabi ko dati, Bitcoin, nung 15,000, 17,000, I sent a warning in Investagrams. I'm not sure if you remember that I'm gonna short Bitcoin, it's toppish, it's a bubble pop, tapos nagpakita ako ng chart. Then a lot of Bitcoin lovers attacked me. Parang, F you don't know Bitcoin, boy. It's gonna reach 50,000, 100,000. You don't know the next technology, kind of stuff like that. And look where it is right now. I just followed the signal with an open mind. So that's confirmation bias. We confirm ourselves, but it doesn't have anything to do. Ito. So a lot of trading talaga is behavioral management sa utak mo lang. And if you ask me kung ako ba yung pinakamagaling mag-technicals, mag-swing trade, intraday, hindi. Pero if you ask me sa discipline, sa patience, kung kaya ko bang labanan yung mga pinakamagagaling, yun masasabi ko, yun yung strength ko talaga. That's my main advantage. Yun yung nagpa-survive sa akin mula 2012, was able to keep on replicating, doubling my portfolio up to today. So ito. The number one reason why I think why people fail in the market is because people hate losing. Nothing magical, right? Parang, oh, totoo naman eh. Ba't mo naman gugustuhin matalo? But here's the thing. Ito, check it out. So this is a snapshot of my portfolio. They change. Negative 791,000 Aragouts. Isang hektarya na yan sa probinsya. Isang kotse na yan na naglahok one day, di ba? Kung ito, may punta ka na dito, tapos nawala. The car just disappeared. Right? And most people, if you kind of see your loss as big as this, let's say 100K portfolio mo, you lose 30%, the automatic reaction of most people is to shy away. Like, I don't want to check my portfolio anymore. I won't manage my risks. I won't tell my parents. I won't tell my friends. I just shut up. Maybe this is going to go up through the power of magical. That's the reality. So ito, let's see this transition. And this is a fun thing, guys. Ito yung, you know me for this. Real talk talaga ako. I don't, whether profit or loss, my only point here is to show you the reality. My experiences, the reality of trading, and what we can learn from it. So ito, bumaba si now, from 6 plus, it went to 530s, 520s. So bumili ako 100,000. May position na ako, tapos bumaba. So nawala yung profit, bumaba. Pero nag-add ulit ako. So I'll tell you why later. So ito, when you see a loss like that, di ba? Si Sir JC, CEO, ibang klase, kala ko ba magaling ka? Una mong reaksyon sa taong magpapakita ng ganito, are you stupid, boy? Di ba? Parang ganun eh. Parang pag ganun tayo sa society. In general, in society, if we see a person making mistakes, or in school, the people that are having grades that are 75 or 0, we automatically assume that, man, you're a loser, you're stupid, right? We have this connotation. And this is the reason why deep in our persona, we're not open to admitting mistakes. And how does this affect us? Most people will avoid the pain. And so example here, SurePass. One of the first tech companies na startup that IPO'd in the Philippines, and was doing great from 4 to 20. Nasa 17, di ba? So kala mo mag-all-time high pa sa 20. So if you bought here at 17, I know some people, and no offense, we're just analyzing. So if you bought at 17, most people would just say, this is the future, this is a good tech company. You justify yourself for your purchase. But then, here, it broke down below 15, your initial level, right? Let's see how it went. So from 17, went as low as 268. I know someone